on to basketball, about my only comment, now the jitters should be out of the way and it's time to get down to the nitty gritty. And we've got a lot we can work on, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Our communication's got to get a lot better, but now they understand in front of the crowd what I mean when I tell them that the communication's got to be a lot better.
You go through the stretch where it did seem like the communication was good, the second quarter into the third quarter, and then come out in the third quarter and it slides off a little bit. Is that sort of the thing with newcomers? You got to learn to keep that momentum and keep that consistency?
You know, I've had that with veteran groups too, and you never really know. You know, Kentucky Christian, who I love, Coach Arnett, he's a good dude. He said they shot it well the first half they played last night. They shot it well for the first half, and they did the same thing. Came out like a house fire, shot it well against us, and then they run out of legs or whatever the case may be. But you know, we've got to make sure. I think the jitters got us, and we were quiet in the first half, and then we took a sigh of relief in the second half. And if they're anything like me, they'll be like their head coach. We won't breathe till the thing's over. And so that I think there's mixed emotions that everything went on in the arena tonight. And to be honest with you, I'm just glad to have it behind us and on to the next one.
One thing I know you talked about in the practices that I saw, you all settled for some threes, and it seemed like early you all were shooting a few threes, and then it sort of clicked in their head, hey, get the ball to the rim, and they sort of turned that corner as far as not settling for an open shot, getting a better look.
Yeah, it's amazing what a timeout will do. No, it's just getting a feel for what's going on, and there's going to be a lot of that. You know, we played well in Spurs tonight, we didn't play well in Spurs tonight, and I think that's going to be our year. You know, it's going to be ups and downs because we're so young and inexperienced, and you know, even Kianna, she's been on our roster for a couple of years, but her game experience she played as much tonight as she's played, and so we're just going to grow and grow and grow. And you know, when you are growing, Brett's got a lot to say back there. When you grow and grow and grow, you're going to have growing pains, and I think that we're going to see a little bit of that.
You see all three of these girls, and it's three different scenarios. Somebody that's been here that hasn't played much, somebody that's waited a year, and then somebody that's just coming into the fold. Is that sort of the unique dynamic to this team?
It's pretty cool. You know, Taylor tweets out today that I waited my whole life to put on a Marshall jersey. She didn't start out at Marshall. She started out at Murray State. Shoot, it's an exhibition game. Kianna Evans grows up here. Shayna Gore's the player of the year. That she committed so early, I basically didn't have to beat anybody on her. That's why I don't really care much about the game. The game will take care of itself. We just got to play better basketball.
Taylor, for you, putting that out there today, and I think we saw it before the shoot-around earlier today, and we're talking about it. How long of a process has this been for you, and how difficult was the last year waiting to get to this day right here?
Well, out of high school, I wanted to come here.
I was not. I wasn't here.
Coach wasn't here. I didn't get to. But, I mean, I had fun at Murray, but coming here, this is home. So, waiting a year, it was hard. It was harder than I expected, but it was worth it, honestly, to see the crowd out there tonight. It was worth it.
Shayna, is anybody left in Logan tonight?
Oh, I think everyone's here tonight.
Coach, you had talked about that, trying to set that bar and set that standard of getting the community behind the team. Whenever you've got people that will drive an hour and a half, what does that say about your program? Whenever they're willing to dedicate their time on a weeknight, it's not easy to get to and from Logan on a weeknight like that.
No, I've been up whatever that highway is. What's that highway? The windy one?
The one you don't get no service.
Yeah, whatever it is.
It's up towards Maine.
I went up there one time and I said, listen, you better commit because I ain't coming back. The road's too windy. But I think it speaks volumes to and you think that's bad, you ought to go see Hope play.
Been there.
Yeah, me too, once.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat, you know. I mean, we got Jam the Cam as our next home game. It's our first home opener, and we've already sold 2,000, 2,500 tickets. I mean, you tell me, that speaks for itself. I think that we have young ladies in our program that you want to help win. You don't hope they win and then come out. I think we play a style that's pretty cool to play in for everybody on our roster. I mean, just look. our style fits everybody on the roster. And, you know, we played without Chelsea tonight. Tana got hurt. Kenzie's been out. Anjane's out. So any given night, it could be anybody. You know, I mean, we were led in scoring by a newcomer, and our all-conference preseason had 10 points. We don't care. We shared the ball great. Didn't turn it over much. Needed to defend it better. We need to rebound the basketball better. We rebounded it a lot better in the second half, but we also shot it more. So there's a little bit of percentage involved in that as much as possession. So we've got to get better. But I have the ability to get bored in practice. I mean, I just do. I don't really get bored with this group. That's not always good. Sometimes I like to get a little bored, but I just like being around the group a lot.
Keith, you've watched this thing from the ground up. What have you seen the biggest change during your time here as to where the program's at now?
The pace. Like, it's just, we're playing real fast now, and everybody's getting a chance, and it's fun. It's very fun.
At that pace, though, it's hard to sometimes get a chemistry and get a feel for everybody. And you all seem to do it pretty well through practices I've seen and tonight. What is it about the chemistry of this team that makes it special?
It's just that everybody can play, so it's not like if somebody gets in, somebody's let down, but it's just if you put somebody in, they're going to fill that position and play well.
Coach, did you see second half with her? And you know, I've been privileged to see her since Huntington High days, but her defense, whenever she gets after defense and rebounding, it brings her offense to it.
It's amazing what a timeout will do. Yeah, I saw. Everybody sees when she does and when she doesn't. And she ain't going to have to listen. As soon as she steps out of this press conference, she's going to hear it too. That's the beauty of being home. You know, there's good and bad with that. There's weight with that. But, you know, pressure is a privilege. You know, and she gets mad at me. I don't care. You know, I mean, yeah, she can be as good as she wants to be. And the better she is, the more aggressive she is. You know, she's so sweet. I mean, you're just sweet, you know, and she needs a little more roughneck in her, you know, at times, and we need that. And if she does that for us, this one's crazy. If she'll be crazy and let the freshmen be young, we're gonna be all right. But there's a big burden on some inexperience right there, but so what? That's what they wanted. So they say. We'll find out if they really want it or not. But it's pretty cool. You can just see. I mean, heck, guys, I got asked to do it. I have my own radio show now. You know? I mean, okay. It just is what it is. It's nothing we've been doing. We're just being us. And we're doing it with the right people, with people I like being around. And I like them being around my kids, and that's what matters most to me. And then we'll pay for their school and play a little ball on the side and have a good time doing it.
Matt, you've got 8 kids from local or West Virginia, close enough to almost be in state. Danny's got 6 from West Virginia. It's probably the first time in 50 years here that many men on the team. And I think sometimes this building at 35 or so shows its age a little bit. But one of the things that has, you know, made it a little more gray is that there haven't been people here. I mean, you guys take off tonight with 872. Man, we'd have turned handstands for that in 3 games, you know, 5 years ago. And Danny's, I watched him practice today, and honest to God, it's like it was just men or women. It was the same style. It was up and down the court. It was get the ball, shoot the threes, you know, rebound, do the things right. So, I mean, I think you guys together have a chance to turn this building around and fill it full of people. And it's been a long time since, you know, I showed up 5 minutes late. There wasn't a seat left at the press table. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? I mean,
Tonight?
Tonight, yeah. So, you know, I mean, I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing.
Well, you can come sit on my bench anytime. It's pretty cool. Matter of fact, you know, Dan, I've learned a lot from Dan and Mike and Chris, you know, in that style. And Dan was on our floor and shoot around today. I mean, and I do the same with them. We just kind of go out there and just hang out, you know. And he asks about kids and he knows the kids, and I do the same. And you know, he'll pass mine and say something basketball related. I'll do the same with his. That's just kind of how it's going to be, and that's how we both prefer it. But yeah, I mean, there's a story here. You think about this, and y'all listen to this. Kelsey Riley, okay? And this ain't got a dang thing to do with basketball. Kelsey Riley walked on from Fairman. One of the top 4 students in this, or something, whatever the stat is, in the state of Ohio last year. Had opportunities to go other places. Wanted to give basketball a shot. Just didn't love it anymore. All right? Kelsey Riley sat on our bench tonight. Hung her high tops up. She sat on our bench tonight. Think this ain't cool to be around? I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. Because we're just going to be who we are. And I hope that people take the intro video. I'm in every single word. I hope that people take the time to take notice and get to know us. But if not, we are Marshall. And we're on. And if you want on board, then come on. And if you don't, and that ain't got nothing to do with wins, losses. We may not win another game. It has nothing to do with wins, losses. But we're doing it the right way, and we're trying to win. Not outscore, we're trying to win. I don't care about the 113 points. I care about the 3.22 GPA. There was a story on academics today. Basketball academics. When's the last time those stories been up? Combined. And we didn't ask for that. People are wanting to do that. That's what it's all about. The rest of it, I mean, it's great. I got a good job. But so what? I mean, student services, that's what we're in. That's what we're in. That's our field. I just get to coach it, coach ball, and do that. It's pretty cool.
What's in there? What's good business? What's in there?
Gore gives it the thumbs up. We're done.